It is a war that has exacted a dismaying toll. It is a war that India needs to win. It is a war within.
मैं उन हर माता को आश्वासन देता हूं कि आपके बच्चों की जिंदगी बर्बाद न हो, वो बंदूकें लेकर जंगलों में भटकने की आदी न बन जाए। इसलिए मैं आपके बच्चों की रक्षा के लिए हर मां को वादा करता हूं, मैं माओवाद नक्सलवाद को जड़ों से उखाड़ पर के रखूंगा।
In the past 20 years alone, 2,344 security personnel have lost their lives fighting Naxals. It's more than 4 times the number of Indian Army personnel killed in the 1999 Kargil War. In fact, more armed personnel have died fighting Naxals than battling terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir. The civilian toll is higher. In 2 decades, 6,258 people have been killed in Naxal attacks. The tide has been turning. In the past year or so, the Union government under the leadership of the Prime Minister has gained the upper hand in the fight against the archenemy of the Indian state. The Naxals, shrinking the threat to a much smaller amoebic blob of red, confined largely to the Bastar region of Chhattisgarh. But the fiercest battles are still on, with a deadline to win it.
छत्तीसगढ़ में हमें पूरा सहयोग नहीं मिला था, परंतु फॉर्चुनेटली वहाँ भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार आ गई और 1 साल में पूरा सिनेरियो 24 से 25 में कमोबेश 23 दिसंबर से लेकर 24 दिसंबर तक पूरा सिनेरियो बदल चुका है। मैं विश्वास से कह सकता हूँ कि 31 मार्च 2026 को यह देश नक्सल समस्या से मुक्ति पालेगा।
India is all set in this match, winning the Naxal war. Spring has set in. The river Indravati looks like a blue ribbon wrapped around a brilliant tapestry of nature. In the arid, dense forest of Bastar in Chhattisgarh, the Border Security Force chopper makes its way into the landing in the heart of the Red Corridor. This is the biggest game-changing measure by the government in its fight against the Naxals. An innocuous farm of no more than 2 acres, the Deceptive Farm, a camp of Central Reserve Police forces in Puarthi. India Today Group Editorial Director for Publishing, Raj Chengappa, with his team, brings you this exclusive report from Ground Zero, from the jungles of Bastar in Chhattisgarh.
Once we came in the Tekel Gudiam, after that we have regular dominated the area, carried out the search and cordon operations, area dominations, and win the heart and minds of the peoples. And where we find any information about their locations, we went to that location and tried to do the operations.
They have repulsed 4 major attacks from the People's Liberation Guerrilla Army, or PLGA, when the camp was set up a year ago. Since then, the 150 Battalion successfully drove the Naxal militia deeper into the jungles, establishing the CRPF's dominance in the area. Situated on the edge of the Naxal-infected Sukma district, Puarthi today is guarded by CRPF's 150th Battalion. This area was once the redoubt of the dreaded Madhvi Hidma. The Naxal commander, also known as Hidmalu, and Santosh is the alleged mastermind of more than 24 deadly attacks on security forces, including the one at the nearby Tadmetla village in 2010, killing 76 CRPF troopers. Until a year ago, it was impossible for anyone representing the state, uniformed or otherwise, to enter Puarthi without permission from the PLGA.
The top leadership, that's what we are talking about. Where is Hidma? What do we know about him? And is he still the boss man of the People's Guerrilla Warfare Army?
So he is actually no longer one man. He is no longer the important person now. Around a year back, he used to be the person who was deciding the affairs of the Naxal formations. But now, since we have established our camps, we have been able to take action against the PLG Battalion number 1 and the other formations of the South Bastar and the West Bastar Naxal formations. So his position is not that the main prominence, and the others have taken his place, and we are aware of them. We are aware of their locations, and we are waiting for the right opportune time to strike.
Camps like Puarthi are designated forward operating bases. They are the linchpin of the central government's multi-pronged strategy to rid India of the Naxal threat by next spring. Till the end of the last decade, security camps used to be on the highways near Naxal-infested areas, and forces would conduct linear attacks. They would walk or trek as much as 30 kilometers a day from their camps to launch operations against the Naxals, making them vulnerable to both exhaustion and easy ambushes. That has changed. The camps are now in the thick of jungles, close to the Naxal hideouts. Form a tight security grid standing 5 kilometers from each other. In case of an attack on one camp, reinforcements are at hand.
Why did it fester for so long? We kept hearing we want to put an end to Naxalism. This is not the first time that we've said that we've done. During Prime Minister Manmohan Singh's time, there was this big effort to do it. Why did it persist, and what is the new way that we are trying to ensure that it finally comes to an end?
See, first, the geographical area is very large. There is no doubt in that old Bastar, which now comprises of 7 districts, is a very large geographical area. And you can say road connectivity is very difficult because it is forest area. Getting forest clearance for construction of roads is a difficult thing. Terrain is difficult it is kind of lots of rivers crisscrossing the area. Building roads is time consuming. Contractors are not present. Engineering departments are not present, and quite far off. Before Chhattisgarh came into being, Bastar was not really a center of attention.
Security in the region has been modernized with the infusion of state-of-the-art surveillance technology, especially for intelligence gathering and analysis. Each frontier operation base is equipped with Netra 3 and Bharat drones that have a range of 5 kilometers and endurance of 60 minutes with multiple battery backup. The drones can be flown out of a 10 meter into 10 meter space and send back razor-sharp images in real time to a screen at the base. Before embarking on an operation, forces fly the drones ahead of them, mapping the topography and the presence of any Naxals. Infrared capabilities for nighttime operations can discern humans from animal movement.
F3CI है, ये 2 फीट तक गहराई तक सर्च करता है सर। और गैरेट है सर, रेकन प्रो सर, ये सर 60 से 100 सेंटीमीटर तक गहराई तक सर्च करता है सर।
मिनिमी, इसको एक जवान आसानी से कैरी कर सकता है। इसमें इसकी कैपेसिटी, मैगजीन कैपेसिटी सर 100 राउंड है सर। इसकी मारक क्षमता सर, इसकी मारक क्षमता की बात करें तो 1000 मीटर तक 1000 मीटर तक हेड शूट कर सकता है सर। सर इसका 1 मिनट में 800 राउंड 1 मिनट में फायर कर सकते हैं।
ये सर 7.62 into 51 mm MMG मीडियम मशीन गन सर। इसका रेंज सर 18 कारगर रेंज 1800 मीटर, मैक्सिमम रेंज सर इसका 3900 मीटर सर। इस पे 3 जवान आसानी से काम करते हैं सर। इसको जब गाड़ी पर माउंट करके करते हैं तो इसके शोले और गोले और इसकी आवाज से दुश्मन अपने ग्राउंड को छोड़ के भागने पर मजबूर हो जाते हैं सर।
40 into 46 mm अंडरवायर ग्रेनेड लॉन्चर सर, इससे 6 प्रकार के राउंड फायर किए जाते हैं सर। इसका मार डालने का इलाका 12 मीटर चारों तरफ सर। इसमें 2 प्रकार के फ्यूज होते हैं, टाइमिंग फ्यूज, इम्पैक्ट फ्यूज। यदि सर दलदल जमीन में ये गिर जाता है तो इसमें टाइमिंग फ्यूज काम करता है 13 से 19 सेकंड तक सर। ये हल्का हथियार है, इसको एक जवान आराम से कैरी कर सकता है सर। इससे सर डायरेक्ट और इनडायरेक्ट फायर भी कर सकते हैं।
ये 51 mm मोटर है, ये एक सोरल किस्म का हथियार है सर। ये है HE जो मार्क 1 है। इसका रेंज सर 850 मीटर दूर तक जो दुश्मन बोरे पेड़ के पीछे, कोई मकान के पीछे या टूटे फूटे जमीन में उसको हाई ट्रेजेक्टरी द्वारा फायर करके उसको बर्बाद किया जाता है।
पूरा नाम 84 mm काल गुस्ताख रॉकेट लॉन्चर सर। यह सर एंटी टैंक हथियार है। इस पे सर ब्रिज ब्लोडेड हथियार है। इससे सर 3 तरह का अम्युनिशन फायर किया जाता है। ये वजन में हल्का होने के कारण एक जवान इसको आसानी से लड़ाई के मैदान में ले जाया जा सकता है।
The Heron unmanned aerial vehicle performs the most critical job of being eyes in the sky, with a service ceiling of 35,000 feet and an endurance of 10 hours. Flying out of nearby airstrips, the Herons collect images of the affected areas and pick up conversations on wireless and cell phones. The data is shared with security personnel who corroborate it with ground intelligence. A conversation, a phone call, or fire from an uninhabited point on the map suggests the presence of rebels.
The security forces are where the enemy was supposed to be. So no place is far for us now. It is not just the physical presence of the troops. We'll have eyes in the sky. We constantly watch and monitor the area. So it is literally no place to hide for the enemy now. Now I find the enemy on the run. They are hiding, sir. They are running away from the security forces. So very rarely we see armed formations. And the forces are also aggressively conducting operations.
Security personnel man the entire territory mostly on two-wheelers because roads are still being made. They are dangerous to travel through. There could be landmines to ambush security as well as civilians.
This is the territory of Hidema Mandvi, who's considered one of the top leaders of the Naxalite movement. He is said to be in the Politburo itself, one of the few leaders who have risen from the ranks and reached the top of the committee. We are traveling through his country. As you can see on either side of this road is new, but you can see dense jungle that gave the Marxists cover.
As recent as in January this year, there was an encounter in the Pamed-Basaguda-Usur axis of Bijapur district in the South Bastar division, killing 12 Naxalites, including 5 women.
आपकी कितने ट्रूप्स है यहाँ पे, कितने नंबर है?
यहाँ पे हमारी एक कंपनी है, लगभग 60 to 70% की यहाँ पे रहती है।
अच्छा।
और दे फाइट वेरी वेल। तो ये लगभग शाम के 7 बजे ये अटैक स्टार्ट हुआ था और अर्ली मॉर्निंग अगले दिन तक ये अटैक चला था।
उसके बाद कुछ अटैक नहीं हुआ?
उसके बाद से अटैक नहीं हुआ, बट लेकिन BGL बीच में फायर उन लोगों ने किया हमारे ऊपर में। हमारे कैंप में कभी कभी 2 BGL आ गए, 4 BGL आ गए, लेकिन मेजर अटैक नहीं हुआ क्योंकि उसमें उनको सेट बैक अच्छा मिला था। उनका एक प्लाटून कमांडर था, वी हिट दैट प्लाटून कमांडर, तो उसके बाद से वो थोड़ा सा।
A spanking new bridge is being constructed on the Chintawag River near Pamed for better connectivity.
अभी ब्रिज बना से ठीक रहता है आने जाने का हमको धंधा करने का ठीक है।
जब ब्रिज नहीं था तो लोगों का आना जाना कैसे होता था?
बहुत मुश्किल होता था सर, नाव से जाते थे, नाव से जाने से कहाँ डूब के मरते थे, बहुत मुश्किल होता था। अभी ब्रिज बना तो बढ़िया है, अब रोड भी बन रहा है तो बढ़िया है, अब आने जाने के लिए थोड़ा टाइम कम लग रहा है।
बहुत परेशान हो रहे हैं, ये ऐसा वाला पुल रहेगा तो एम्बुलेंस है पूरा जाएगा तो हॉस्पिटल है पूरा रहेगा तो उसके बाद हम लोग को सहायता है।
This is not a standalone project. The road connectivity project for Naxal affected areas has seen 49 roads of 238 kilometers and 9 bridges built in Chhattisgarh since January 2024. Another 550 kilometers of roads have been repaired under Prime Minister Gram Sadak Yojana at the cost of 100 crores. 18 unfinished road projects of 204 kilometers have been completed with the help of security forces. In the same period, 574 mobile towers have been installed. 125 of them are in the heart of the Red Corridor. Surveillance continues day and night, 24/7. It's pitch dark in the jungle.
I can't see anything. Don't put the light on me. I'll talk only.
A sudden flash of light blinds one. Men in uniform continue to patrol to secure the area.
We are walking into the Sukma jungles in search of cleaning up the Naxals that are here. This is the night patrol, and they're equipped with night vision goggles, and they are searching, and of course have to be extremely careful because this is completely laid with mines. So there's a minesweeper with us to check out, and there's an advance party that also checks out that the route is clear. And of course, one has to be extremely careful because the Maoists are extremely resourceful.
These continuous efforts by the security forces have resulted in significant breakthroughs in cracking the whip against the Naxal outfits since 2019. 796 of left-wing extremists have been killed in encounters, with the highest toll of 290 for last year only. 15 top Naxal leaders have been killed, including Politburo and Central Committee members. 5,978 Naxals have been arrested, while another 7,516 have surrendered since 2014. Local tribals are the biggest contributor in this fight and victim of this war. The state government has brought reforms like hiking the wages of tendu leaf plucking per standard bag from 4,000 rupees to 5,500 rupees. To serve people with basic amenities and government schemes, Ayushman and Aadhaar cards have been issued. Since February last year, 23 schools, 130 Anganwadis and 41 ration shops have been sanctioned.
दिल जीतने के लिए आप क्या कर रहे हैं?
हम लोगों ने युवाओं को जोड़ने के लिए एक बस्तर ओलंपिक का आयोजन किया था, जिसमें 1,65,000 18 साल से लेकर 35 साल के युवा लोग शामिल हुए, जिसमें आधी संख्या हमारी बेटियों की थी और बहुत अच्छे से बस्तर ओलंपिक संपन्न हुआ, जिसका समापन हमारे देश के आदरणीय गृह मंत्री साहब जी ने किया। तो ये सब कर रहे हैं और एक नियत नेलानार योजना गोंडी भाषा में है, नियत नेलानार इसका आपका हिंदी अनुवाद है आपका अच्छा गांव, और इसके
इस योजना के माध्यम से जितने सुरक्षा कैंप खुलते जा रहे हैं और करीब 100 से ऊपर गांव हो गए होंगे जहां सुरक्षा कैंप खुले हैं, तो नियत निर्माण योजना के तहत करीब 17 विभाग और व्यक्तिमूलक 30 से भी ऊपर योजनाओं को वहां तक प्राथमिकता के साथ पहुंचा रहे हैं। वहां पर सड़कें बनवा रहे हैं, घरों में बिजली पहुंचा रहे हैं, घरों में नल द्वारा पानी पहुंचा रहे हैं, वहां पर स्कूल खोल रहे हैं, अस्पताल खोल रहे हैं, वहां राशन पहुंचा रहे हैं, उनका आयुष्मान कार्ड बनवा रहे हैं, उनका राशन कार्ड बनवा रहे हैं। तो इस तरह से हम लोग मतलब उनको विकास से जोड़ने का काम भी कर रहे हैं ताकि फिर से नक्सली के उनका मन मतलब मत जाए। तो ये सारा प्रयास सरकार की तरफ से चल रहा है कि कमी मत हो, और जहाँ तक संसाधन की बात है हम लोग वहाँ कोई कमी नहीं छोड़ रहे हैं, और माननीय गृह मंत्री जी का भी ये कहना है कि वहाँ संसाधन की कमी नहीं होने दी जाएगी, और भारत सरकार से भी हम लोग को बहुत इसमें सहयोग मिल रहा है।
And then there is the biggest game changer of the Naxal surrender policy. Over the past 5 years, nearly 3,000 rebels, including mid-level leaders, have surrendered in Chhattisgarh, significantly weakening Naxal influence in its last bastion. In addition, many of the 7,500 Naxals who have surrendered since 2014 have joined the security forces, providing information on how the Naxals operate and their hideouts. In the process, they now cannot go back to their villages.
मेरे लिए सरेंडर करने के बाद मेरे लिए अच्छा लग रहा है सर। हम परिवार बेटी के साथ हम साथ में रह रहे हैं। नक्सल संगठन में इससे पहले हम लोग अलग अलग क्षेत्र में रह के हमारा जो जिम्मेदारी का कार्य करते थे।
तो ये बताइए सोडी भैया जी, आपने जब नक्सलवाद मूवमेंट छोड़ा उसके बाद से आपको आपके परिवार को कोई धमकियां आई क्या उनकी तरफ से?
जी, अब परिवार को तो नहीं आया सर, मेरे लिए आया है। गद्दार बोल के प्रस्ताव में वो लिखा है, तो हम देखे कि गद्दार नाम से मेरे को और मेरे पत्नी को भी गद्दार नाम से ही मतलब किए हैं।
Dr. Manmohan Singh, the former Prime Minister, when he was in charge, described Naxalism as India's single biggest internal security threat. Today, the government says that it is restricted only to 36 districts, and where we are standing is the Bastar region, which is one of the largest tribal regions in the country. This is in Chhattisgarh, and here is where the frontline battle against Naxalism is happening. In the past 5 years, the government has made a determined bid under Union Home Minister Amit Shah to eliminate the Naxals over here.
The region is changing. With better infrastructure and political will for development, Bastar is reinventing itself.
2008 to 10 I was here only, so I feel this system is entirely changed. Thinking of the situation when we used to think coming from Dantewada to Sukma itself was a nightmare. Now the situation is, as CEO I went to Puarthi, I even did a night stay in Puarthi because of the security and development part going hand in hand.
At its peak, the Naxal threat impacted 80 million people, mainly tribals. It straddled 10 states along a narrow red corridor running across Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Odisha, Telangana, West Bengal and Uttar Pradesh, or from Pashupati in Nepal to Tirupati in Andhra. But the territorial dominance has shrunk in past decade, and more so in the past 5 years.
नक्सल भाइयों को अपील करने आया हूं
करबद्ध अपील करता हूं, हथियार डाल दीजिए, मोदी जी का भरोसा करिए, मेन स्ट्रीम में जुड़िए। अगर हथियार डाल देते हैं तो आपको समाज में पुनः प्रस्थापित करने की जिम्मेदारी हमारी है।
तिथि लिख कर रखो, 31 मार्च 2026 को पूरे देश से नक्सलवाद को हम समाप्त कर देंगे।
वामपंथी उग्रवाद की लड़ाई अब अपने अंतिम चरण में है, ऐसा हम कह सकते हैं। और मैं विश्वास के साथ आप सभी को बताना चाहता हूं कि 2026 मार्च तक आप सभी के सहयोग से ये देश दशकों पुरानी समस्या से मुक्ति पा लेगा।
The Union Home Minister and the Prime Minister himself have been spearheading this fight against the Red Corridor. BJP formed the government in 2023 elections, and since then, the work gained higher momentum.
जिस तरह का मोदी जी ने इनिशिएटिव लिया, वो इनिशिएटिव पहले लिया जा सकता था, मगर इस समस्या को पूर्व की सरकारों ने चलने दो, मेंटेन करके रखो, बड़ी घटना न हो इतना ध्यान रखो, पूर्ण निर्मूल करने की दिशा में कभी काम नहीं किया। नरेंद्र मोदी जी का जो पूर्ण उन्मूलन का अप्रोच है, इसी का परिणाम है कि ये हुआ है।
India is fighting to turn a new page in Chhattisgarh, where the future promises look tangible and not mere empty words. Bastar is waiting for a new dawn, when it would be free of red internal threat and stand as a winner at the end of the fight.
We began by interviewing the Union Home Minister Amit Shah, who talked of a four-pronged strategy to tackle Naxalism. He talked of the fact of using ruthless force to put down those who took the gun. He talked of cutting the funds from the Naxalites. He also talked of ensuring that the vacuum areas, the areas where security could not penetrate, they penetrated, and he talked of development. We saw each of these in action when we went right across the affected districts, whether it's Bijapur, whether it was Sukma, whether it was Jagdalpur, Bastar, the heart of the Naxalism, where we interviewed troops, the security personnel who were at the front of the entire battle. We saw training that was there. We saw the development that was happening. This is a fight that must be won. It has gone on for too long. Too many people have died. Security personnel have martyred themselves. This is the time. They seem to be winning. They need to keep the pace. Stiff deadline was kept as March 2026. They seem to be on target. But after that, they must ensure development, because that was the root cause. So not only as the guns, but roses, and ensure that they win the hearts of the people.